It's time for a new adventure, and I'd like to welcome you guys to one of the best kept secrets in the world, Puerto Escondido. In this video, I'm going to give you a full tour of the town and the 7 different beaches that can be found here. Technically, you can consider it 8 if you count Punta Zicatela. But if you want to see all the 7 beaches, make sure to stay tuned. Yes, there are crocodiles here. Yes, this is a great place to surf. Yes, it's cheaper and cleaner than most other parts in Mexico, including Tulum, Cancun, and all around there. So if you haven't been here, get yourself down. You just fly yourself over to Oaxaca. We actually had to start in Mexico City in order to get here from Cancun. And as you can see now, you're flying over what is Zicatela and Puerto Escondido. I've finally arrived. It took a while to get here because there was no direct flights, but it did only cost about 1,500 pesos, about $75. But this is the town. You're looking at it now from above. It is a beautiful town. As you can see, lots of trees, lots of hills, lots of space, and everything is really close to the beach. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna speed this up a little bit, and we're gonna land, and I'm gonna take you in a taxi through the downtown, show you what you could expect if you were to travel here. So by the time you get here, if you've watched this video, you'll know exactly what to expect. So as we're pulling out of the airport here, you can see the first signs of Puerto Escondido, Oaxaca, the capital de surf. And yes, this place is surf heaven. So if you're into surfing or boogie boarding, bodyboarding, skimboarding. As you can see off to the right there is Puerto Angelito and Playa Manzanillo. They're connected. Later in this video I'll show you those 2 beaches. Up ahead, as you can see, just to the left is the downtown. If you keep going, basically if you want to go shopping and buy anything big or visit the big food stores, you're gonna have to go to the downtown, which is on the left. But this main road will bring you from the top of town to the bottom of town. It's all the one road you'll ever need to really get around. At the end of the road we're going towards now is Zicatela, which is where we're going to start this video off by showing you, because Zicatela is the biggest, largest, most famous beach in Puerto Escondido. So we're going to start with that. As you can see, the drivers are a little bit crazy around here. Not too bad, not any worse than the other place, but they do like to move around. This is our first seeing of Zicatela, just outside the taxi window here. You can see the waves actually crashing there on the left, and actually just below there is Bahia Principal, or Playa Principal. That's actually where some boats dock, and the fishermen, you see the boats there? That's Bahia Principal, and we're gonna pass that, as you can see there, and we're gonna go up towards Zicatela. Zicatela is known for its huge, amazing waves. It's got lovely restaurants and hotels and Airbnbs, also hostels, hotels, all the normal stuff. Lots of different types of food. You can rent scooters there, as you can see. But welcome to Zicatela. This is beach number 1. And as you first approach, you'll see massive waves and a massive beach. It's very empty right now because it is just after Corona or COVID. So there's not that many people here because people are scared to travel. But if you do come, most things are open now. You just have to sometimes wear a mask to enter. This is the main sort of downtown Zicatela. As you can see to the left and the right, there's lots of fancy restaurants on the beach and bars and pizzerias. And to the left are more hotels and kind of shops. So this is my first place I stayed in, while I wasted time trying to find a house. Very small, very comfortable, relatively cheap. I think it was $30, $33 for this place, right on the beach. This is the outside. It did have a pool, but I didn't videotape it. And this is the main Zicatela sign that may be famous from photos and whatnot and videos. And the weather here is always fantastic, guys. It's like 33 degrees every day. One thing I will say that says Playa Peligroso, or Peligrosa, which means dangerous. As you can see, the waves are huge. So you really need to know what you're doing if you're coming out here. If you want the big waves for surfing, you found it. And if you do think you're a strong swimmer and you want to try it, I wouldn't recommend it because They're very, very powerful, and it could ruin your holiday, you know, getting wrapped up in a wave and breaking something. I often see people walking around with a broken leg or a broken arm, and you know exactly what it's from. This is a really cool bar that I found. The sunsets here, unlike other places in Mexico, are incredible because it sets over the water. This is Playa Coral, and I'm going to show you that a little bit later on as I make it down there. It's a little bit difficult to get there, but I explain in one of my live streams as I visit there exactly how to get there and what you have to do. And here is just a little bit north of Puerto Escondido. It's a resort that I drove to, just checking out prices. I had to end up renting a scooter so I can get around, but look at the backdrop. Look at these mountains. The mountains are incredible. So if you visited other parts of Mexico like Cancun and Tulum, you'll notice it's completely flat. Out here, different. You got animals, you got mountains, horses.
Hey, amigo.
Look, I got a turkey.
Please don't attack. Where's Daddy?
I actually thought he was going to attack me. So yeah, I grabbed a couple shots while driving around on the scooter. The scooter only costs about 300 pesos a day if you get it there in Zicatela, which is around about $15. So relatively cheap, better than paying a taxi, so you can go anywhere you want and explore and try to find housing options. I went quite far just because I wanted to find off-grid kind of territory, somewhere where I could grow food and have solar panels and whatnot. It's difficult to find. I ended up finding a place in town because I'm trying to make videos, but this is Puerto Angelito or Playa Angelito. It's really safe for kids, as you can see, lots and lots of kids. That's where they all go to hang out and get away from the dangerous waves. And just across from there was Playa Manzanillo, which I'm going to show you a little bit further on in this video. As you can see, the landscape is incredible. Such a change from the flat other parts of Mexico. And now we're at Carizalillo. This is beach number 3, my favorite right now because of its exclusive location. I mean, look at these stairs coming down. You're greeted with this. It's incredible. It's just breathtaking, you know, something out of a wonderful Instagram post or whatever. You know, you see these things. And this is real. This is a real beach. It's relatively small. The waves are smaller. So as you can see, the surfers out there in the middle, they're here to surf because it's the best place to learn to surf. If you're not ready for the big waves, you want to start on the small ones, this is exactly where you need to go. And look, I actually saw some solar panels there. Again, my favorite beach. Down here are a few restaurants under the palapas. It's not that big, but it's never really that busy. I mean, this could just be now, but it's very, very open, as you'll see when I get down there. I'm going to quickly run down these stairs just so I can show you what it looks like. I want to give you the full tour of Puerto Escondido. I want you to, after watching this video, you'll know exactly what to expect, you know? And you'll come here and be like, I know exactly what this is. I've been down these stairs before. Well, you're welcome. And if you live here, well, this probably isn't very interesting to you, but if you're trying to come here and you haven't been here, this video is probably good because I looked up this place before coming here and there weren't that many good videos showing me exactly what to expect. I had a couple here and there, but the way that they edit them, it really cuts out exactly what to feel. I wanted to give you a full feel for it. So if some of these clips last too long or I've shown you too much or something, it's because I'm trying to give you the full perspective of what you can expect. I did stay in a small hotel here just on the corner of Bahia Principal. So I'm going to zoom in here through this whiteness and another world emerges. So if you just walk through there, you can get to the beach, and that is the corner of Zicatela and Bahia Principal. And if I scroll back here with my zoom, you'll actually see there's a river that connects here, and there's actually crocodiles in this water. Not all the time, but you do have to be careful, which is why this sign here exists, cocodrilos, which means crocodile in Spanish. But all we have there was a squirrel. But they do come, so you gotta be careful. It's something to see. And yes, I tried out surfing on this beach I was telling you about because the waves are perfect. The guys down here, they rent surfboards for about 150 pesos per hour. or they do lessons. I'm not sure how much, but that's again something like $7.50. I managed to catch a wave or two after fighting this guy off. So I mean, they're not insane, but it's a great place to learn, like I said. So if you're into that kind of stuff and you want a safe environment to learn, Carizalillo Beach is the place you want to check it out in Puerto Escondido, Oaxaca. This place is amazing. Let me show you some more beaches. This is what it looks like from the top of Carizalillo, overlooking Angelito and Manzanillo, sort of one of the main roads. And again, I'm a sucker for graffiti, so I thought this was quite interesting. I threw it in there. So now we are approaching Playa Coral, beach number 4. This is very difficult to get to. You're going to have to watch my live stream from before. You're going to have to walk across those rocks on the right that you're seeing, but I did manage to get down here and take a quick little video. But it is the hardest beach to access, but it is one of the most beautiful, also one of the most dangerous because there's lots of rocks breaking on the waves. Now, beach number 5, Bacocho. This is one of the biggest and one of the best that I recommend because it's so big. If any of the other ones are ever too busy, you want to come here. And if you want to experience medium-sized waves, you want to come here. I mean, look at the size of it. It's huge. This beach goes on forever. You could walk up there for a long time. And again, the sunsets are incredible, especially if you can go down to Playa Coral or Bacocho during sunset. As you can see here, it was approaching sunset. But the beaches were closing earlier previously, but now there's not so much regulation. People are staying past 7 o'clock and whatnot. So everything is pretty much open. This is Playa Coral and it's amazing. Definitely one of my favorite, but definitely dangerous. As you can see, these are the rocks that connect Bacocho to Playa Coral that you have to cross. It's not too dangerous, as you'll see. As actually you won't see. That's my doggy though. I found a dog while I was here. I'll tell you more about that later. This is Playa Manzanillo. This is the other side of Angelito. If you look across the water there and see the boats, this is more relaxed and doesn't have the boats. There's a few restaurants and it's a good place to snorkel. Back to the doggy. This is Riso. We found him about a week ago. We took care of him. And when we took him to the vets because he was experiencing some pain, he was given medication and died. And the vet said he had a disease from ticks, so watch out for ticks, guys, and rest in peace, little buddy. He was such a good-tempered dog, and he had a lot of good days before he left. We took him to all sorts of beaches. And lastly, I'm just going to give you a quick idea of what it looks like to drive through town. In Mexico, you're allowed to hop in the back of trucks, which some places you can't. It's great being able to do that. There's the river there where the crocodiles are. And we're traveling up now to Zicatela and Punta Zicatela, which again you can see if you look at some of my previous live streams. I actually go to Bahia Principal, which is beach number 7, and technically beach number 8, which is where I'm going now in this video, to Punta Zicatela. So if you want to see those 2 videos, you want to get the full experience of Puerto Escondido, make sure to go check out those. They're like the last couple videos I uploaded. So make sure to subscribe and just go check out those previous videos. And you can get a full experience, a full live walkthrough of this place, and you can really understand where it is you're going to be visiting or potentially renting or buying a house, because this is a fantastic place. It's like one of the best kept secrets in Mexico at the moment because everyone knows about Cancun and Tulum, and I just came from there. The place is trash. The crime rates are really high. Here, it's extremely clean. Like, there's just no trash littering the streets, as you can see. Unlike Tulum, Cancun, Acumel, and places like that, there's just trash everywhere. And there's crime everywhere. You hear about people, getting killed. This place is not like it. It's quiet. As you can hear these frogs. It's just a beautiful place, and I hope you visit. Check out some of my other videos. Make sure to subscribe, thumbs up.